Hi guys, welcome back to the Shannon Show. Hello if you're new. So today's video is going to be a reaction / watch along / commentary of Black is King, the visual album and film by the one and only Beyonce. I hope everybody is doing as well as can be, and I really do hope everybody is being as proactive as possible in supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. And if you're still on the lookout for some resources, I've linked some in the description. Feel free to comment down below your thoughts on my commentary. I'm always up for a chat, I'm always up for a debate. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't, give it a dislike, and no hard feelings. So, Black is King. I know my video is a little bit late, but I wanted to wait and sit and wait for everyone's reaction so then I can have some talking points. Obviously, when the trailer came out, there was a bit of a debate, which I spoke about in my trailer reaction video. If you wanted to check that out, I'll link it up here or at the end. And there was a bit of a black diaspora debate, you know, a lot of debate. You know, African Twitter was talking, you know, some of them were saying, you know, Beyonce, she's profiting off, you know, African culture, she's simplifying it. You know, there's a lot of Wakandification going on. And this was just at the teaser trailer. I personally didn't see it that way, even from the teaser trailer, but I kind of was just kind of like, how can you say that, you know, just seeing the trailer? And I understand, you know, Africans are very proud of their culture. We're very defensive of our culture. And with the whole diaspora debate, there has been a lot of back and forth in terms of, you know, basically picking each other's cultures, making fun of people's cultures, trying to say one is better than the other. I mean, that whole diaspora debate has been going on for the longest of time. But I really enjoyed the conversation that my teaser trailer reaction video brought about. It brought some things to light to me as well, from both sides of the debate of, you know, the African versus African American debate. So I'm hoping we can continue to have another conversation for this video as well. So if you wanted to hear my thoughts on that, I would recommend checking out that video. But if you wanted to know my personal view on it, on just initially the teaser trailer, I personally, from what I took from it, was that she was taking bits and pieces from the whole diaspora and bringing them all together. I don't think there was a complete focus on African culture. I think it was, you know, bits and pieces of the diaspora together. And, you know, I heard some of the argument that because she's, you know, she's African American, she, you know, it perhaps is not her place to be depicting African culture. That her depiction of African culture was reductive or unresearched. Personally, I didn't take that from the teaser trailer. From the trailer, I saw that, you know, some effort had been put in for this project, but of course it was just a teaser trailer, so I did really want to see the film in full to, you know, kind of affirm that and confirm that. But that's what I took from, as I said in my last video, I'm a Pan-Africanist, so I view the Black diaspora as a community. We originated from Africa, but I also understand that that within the diaspora we have our own cultures as well and our own identities as well. So personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with Beyonce diving into African culture. I think she has every right to. I understand why there is some friction or some conflict or disagreement there, but I personally don't get the rationale. Like, I don't understand why it is so bad for somebody of African descent to explore their Africanness. Why is that a bad thing? I'm still stuck on why that is such a bad thing. I still love to hear from more Africans and first gens why African Americans exploring their African identities, however way, shape or form that might take place, is such a problem. Is it the way that they are doing it? Is it the intentions behind it? Or, you know, is there something else? I'd be interested to hear from Africans and first gens on that specific issue, because I still didn't really get that much clarity from that specific issue. From what I've seen so far in terms of the reaction, all of, you know, African Twitter, first gen Twitter, all of everybody who was saying, you know, African, you know, culture is not a trend, all of this stuff, you know. They've been very quiet. I have not heard one peep out of any of them. Um, and I was speaking to a relative who was a bit skeptical, saying, oh, you know, she's just picking and choosing, she's just capitalizing off African culture. But they watched it and they said that they cried, and that, you know, you can see that this is very important to her. And their mind was changed. So I think a lot of people, you know, definitely spoke a bit too soon. I haven't seen any diaspora wars, to be honest. I think the diaspora war has been quelled. But what I have been seeing is Christian Twitter rise up. And I did talk about Christian Twitter in my last video, and I did get um, some comments from Christian viewers, but not many. And a lot of it was just kind of scripture, or, you know, Jesus is king. I did get that comment a lot, but nobody really delved in and was really like, tell me what it is, because I have a feeling I know what it is. But nobody wants to really downright and say it. Like I've seen saying, you know, it's a bit dodgy, but nobody is saying why. So my Christian viewers, if you feel the type of way, I need you to say something, because I need to understand what it is. Obviously, coming from a Christian background, understand that even in the African community, a lot of traditional African religion is kind of demonized. It's kind of seen as demonic, specific aspects of it. My family do, you know, believe in, you know, ancestors, and, you know, the ancestors are watching out for us, and, you know, the spirits of our ancestors, they, you know, believe in that. But other aspects they do kind of view as a bit dodgy. So I want to know from you guys, is, you know, some aspects okay for you, or is it just a blanket dodgy business? I need to know from you guys. So yeah, that's who I really want to hear from. And then I guess there was some commentary from No Name as well. I know she is a rapper, African American rapper, and from what I've seen, she's like very anti-capitalist and stuff like that. And I've seen her saying some stuff about, you know, the depiction of kingdoms and stuff, and how that shouldn't be celebrated, and capitalism as well. I haven't really seen more of that, but I do want to talk about that. I think I'm going to talk about that in my review, which I'm going to upload first. So if you haven't seen my review and you just wanted to check that out and see what my thoughts were, I'll link that up there. So that was quite interesting, because I think there is a conversation to be had there about whether black people should be praising capitalism, or, you know, idolizing the former kingdoms and empires of Africa. So yeah, I do want to talk about that, but I think I'm going to save that for my review. But that's it, really, really and truly. It's just Christian Twitter. I mean, my comments are open for everyone, but I'm really interested to hear from Christian Twitter. If you had a problem with this visual, I need specifics, because the vague stuff is not working for me. I need specifics. I do get like about 3 white is king comments, you know, oh, how would people react to a white is king video? And, you know, if you're thinking about writing this again, in my video, you need to go talk to the Ku Klux Klan and co, and you need to be asking them why you can't have a white is king. That's who you need to be asking, not me. They ruined it for you, Shade. Not me, and not black people, Shade. And I honestly feel like people just have a problem with Beyonce. I honestly think people have a problem with Beyonce. And I hear it a lot within the African community that people, quote unquote, worship Beyonce. But I never hear this with Michael Jackson. And, you know, Africans went hard for Michael Jackson. Like, I had the videotape in my house, and people were fainting at Michael Jackson. You've seen the concerts with Michael Jackson, people fainting everywhere. People, if anyone was worshipping anyone, people were worshipping Michael Jackson. But nobody ever has anything to say about Michael Jackson, but has everything to say about Beyonce. So I just think it's very interesting. Yeah, my relative said that they cried. I'm not sure if I'm gonna cry. I'm not really much of a crier, but who knows. But yeah, let's just get into it. I know you just want to see my reaction, honey. It is like been really hot lately, but for the optical noise, I've closed the windows and I'm already sweating, shawty. Like, oh yeah, it's a Disney production. They've got the Disney beginning. This is like a proper production. Is this the river now? I'm guessing it's the river now. You know what? I really do want to take a trip to Congo, but let me tell you guys, these tickets are no joke. Okay, come through skin, shawty.
Everything you see exists together in a delicate balance.
They all got nice skin. Not one spot.
You need to understand that balance.
Okay, come through suit with the flares. I would wear it.
We are all connected.
Everybody looks so beautiful. Grandma was serving face, shawty, yes. There she is.
Welcome to come home to yourself.
I remember when I used to watch like the spiritual Nollywood films and there'd always be like somebody painted in white or blue. I don't know what the significance of it is because it's not a part of Congolese culture. So if there's anyone, I think it is West African culture. What is the significance of painting yourself white? The spiritual significance. I'd be interested to know.
Let black be synonymous with glory.
How that has kind of been almost subconsciously attached with race as well. And perhaps maybe if we were to have like reverse psychology, that would improve self-worth. And I think it can. I think if you are constantly showing messages of black being, pure and innocent and, and glory, I think you will start to internalize that and your worth will improve. Because I think even though we are very prideful, I think worth is still an issue within the black community and what we associate with worth as well.
Had to say that thing twice, trying to be a good wife.
Oh, she looks so beautiful.
I'll be the root, you be the tree that's on the fruit that was given
Blue.
to me. Legacy.
She looks just like Beyonce. She's looking more and more like Beyonce every day.
You're part of something way bigger.
What do you think she's talking about when she says bigger than the picture that they framed us to see? I'm thinking maybe it's white Jesus, I think that's what she's talking about. I think so. But I agree. Because when I went on my spiritual journey, I feel like you realize you are bigger than the constructs or that society has put on you. I think so. I might even do a video on my spiritual journey. Do y'all want to see a video or not? Let me know.
History is your future.
I think that does actually make sense, because if you think about it, often you have to look back on your past mistakes, and take those mistakes or lessons that you've learned to improve as a person. So I think history is your future. I think that makes sense in a way. What do you guys think? Okay, so we've got basically Beyonce posing as Mary and the child as baby Jesus. What do you guys think about that? Are you here for the imagery? I want to hear from you guys. Come through, Harmony. Come through, hips and arms. Yes.
They hit that in a vibrant. Take the pen and rewrite it.
I'm living for these drums.
Part of something way bigger. You're part of something way bigger.
Beautiful.
And so am I.
Kind of getting like an African alien vibe. Very interesting. I had one comment on my trailer reaction about the fallen angel imagery, and I think they're referring to this bit, but what I have interpreted it as is the ancestors, the spirits of your ancestors, maybe coming back through the world through as a meteor. But let's see if it actually lands to the ground.
Daddy used to take my hand, say follow me.
Okay, no, it hasn't landed. So technically it's not a fallen angel. I can see how the imagery could be taken as that, but I personally don't view it as a fallen angel.
Find your way back. Don't let this life drive you crazy.
Okay. This outfit, I'm living for it.
Big world, but you got it, baby. Find your way back.
The shape, Beyonce's shape is unmatched, Shadi.
It's been a long time, but remember who you are.
I love this camera angle.
Baby, find your way back. Don't let this life drive you crazy.
Ooh, this outfit change.
Find your way back. Find your way back.
These outfits are beautiful, babe.
Daddy used to teach me on my moves. Run around, I can tie my shoe.
And this is just 11 minutes in. I think we need a museum of these clothes because the art.
Wild child, look a lot like you. Daddy used to teach me on my drip.
Oh, blue.
Run around, I had to get my fit.
Oh, this little child is so cute as well. Okay. The waist, the hips, unmatched.
Don't let this life drive you crazy. Find your way back. Come back home for this relax zone. Find your way back. Find your way back.
I love this beat.
On my moves. Run around wild, I had to tie my shoes. Itty bitty child, what is up? Don't me run my race. Find your way back. Daddy used to tell me, look.
These transitions. So he's meant to be Simba, okay.
Who are you?
Is this meant to be Scar? Okay.
Jetiri no be looking. You know me, another pretender from start. Footwork like power. If you get them, I don't me.
Don't run with lion. Snake don't swing with monkey. I can't talk. Try on. Jealousy. Don't you jealous me?
I remember back in those days of those Don't Jealous Me videos. I need to learn how to do that move. I'm a bit stiff on that.
Don't you jealous me?
I'm living for this outfit.
Don't you jealous me?
He looks so cool in the back with his little monkey. Jealousy. Don't you jealous me? That's that jealousy. Don't you come for me. Period. Okay, so we've got some red horns and people in red paint as well. What are we thinking about that imagery, guys? What are we thinking? Okay. He's giving us the eyeshadow. Everybody's feet is on point. Not one crusty foot. Whose funeral is it?
One time I took a swim in the night.
Is that Kendrick? I'm pretty sure it's Kendrick. Don't slate me if it's not Shade. Okay, so what now?
Plunging away unless my body's on top.
Obviously, before they were carrying a coffin of a king. So now is this meant to mean she sees herself as a queen? Is that what this message is portraying? Either way, I'm here for the messaging. I'm here for it.
Many miles ahead of me, still I'm in stride. That's some good.
The iconic back shadow.
I'm tender youth, I said I'm drowning in it.
She says she's the fountain of youth. You know what? Ain't nobody come for me, but I feel like sis did get a little bit of help with some fillers, but the fillers look very natural and good. But this is not even me hating Shadow. I think she got some fillers, Shadow. But she looked good.
I can't be myself, but if I can't be myself, I will never know me.
This is getting deep, Shadow. This is getting deep, Shadow, because I'm guessing this is talking about, obviously African Americans were stolen from Africa. They had their culture stripped from them. So I guess you could say they don't know their native tongue. Okay, I know my native tongue. I don't actually speak it that well, but I understand it. I really do need to start practicing speaking more. I'd be fine if I went to Congo. Hey, Bana Yapoto, you speak English all the time, it's really bad. But I don't know every single, because as well as Lingala, there's the tribe language as well, which is Kikongo, which I know bits and pieces of, but my parents never actually taught me Kikongo, because the tribe that I'm from is Minyanga, that's the tribe in Congo. But I don't know Kikongo. So does that mean that I don't know who I am? I don't know, I feel like I do know who I am. I'm not sure. I don't know. Do you feel like there is some sort of spiritual connection with your native tongue? And if you don't know your native tongue, you essentially are missing a piece of yourself. I don't know. Maybe this is a different metaphor. Maybe I'm interpreting it differently, but I think this is kind of the message going on. I don't know. But but to take that as value, as the words on the page, can you truly know yourself if you don't know your native tongue? I'd like to hear from you guys, because I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure on that, to be honest.
Look, kid, bad things happen, and you can't do anything about it, right?
Right.
Oh my gosh, this car looks so nice. I'd love to have this car. Would you drive this?
When the world turns its back on you, you turn your back on the world.
Should you turn your back on the world if the world is turning its back on you? I don't know. I think in the real world that we're living in, I don't think that will work. I love that note. You kind of hear that note a lot in Congolese music. Well, in more of the older, 60s, 70s, 80s Congolese music, you hear a lot of that kind of sound. We've got Beyonce again as the kind of Mother Mary imagery. Mood. Okay, What mood are we in, Beyonce? Oh, okay, Jay-Z's made his appearance. This house is really nice. Really nice. Showing that there is wealth in Africa. There are some really nice houses in Africa. But what? I'm not really sure what this city is. I'm thinking Cape Town. Oh, she's got a white servant. Oh, okay, Beyonce. I see you, bitch. I mean, I think there's always kind of like imagery of like black people and then white people being the servants of black people, that imagery. But I always think like, I don't know, would I get a white servant just to say I've got a white servant, ha? Or would I just hire a black servant because they kind of still need, you know, to keep the workforce black? I mean, what should we be doing? That's what I want to ask. Should we be hiring white servants to prove, you know, that white people can be subservient to black people, or should we be hiring black? I'd be interested to hear from you guys.
Enemy pray on me, so pray for me. Dick, wait on it.
I love this jumpsuit.
Put on now, view panoramic. None of my fears can't go well.
It's so pretty. She sang in a different language there.
Together we big time, and don't make me have to remind ya.
Oh my gosh, I did get a comment basically saying that Beyonce was throwing out Illuminati signs. I'm guessing when she did the triangle, that's what people were taking. Honestly, I haven't done my research on the Illuminati theories, but like, I really just don't really care about it. It doesn't hold much significance in my life, to be honest.
I got my cup to the heaven.
Okay, cleavage.
Promise this my move forever. Promise this my move forever.
Okay, come through grills.
1,000 milli. First one to see a bee out these housing buildings. I'll be feeling like Prince.
This little guy. Oh.
Eyes hit my head, forget I'm me. Oh my God, without the God and the XY.
You better hold that dress, oh man.
Afraid the whole game will be colonized.
You better walk, sis.
I'm raising daughters, sons of empires. Y'all make me chuckle. Stay in your struggle.
Ooh, stay in your struggle. Oh, she coming for y'all.
I am the mother. Hunk on my gold chain. Ice on my.
Oh, okay, Kelly. Okay.
Whole chain. I be like so cool.
You better drink that tea, Shadi.
A whole mood.
I love these glasses. I actually would wear them. I mean, they're so ridiculous that I love them.
Club 9, I couldn't even tell you what's going down.
This is my mood too, Shadi. I think this is gonna be the track where you play, you know, on the journey to work. You know them one. I honestly think she's trolling people at this point. I mean, why not? We love a sample. Give it to them. These little girls, yes. Oh, Miss Tina.
Nothing is complete on its own.
Come through legs, Shadi.
It's not always a battle, it's a conversation.
I mean, yes. I mean, that could be a conversation for traditional African religion and spirituality and how it has been demonized. I mean, I think if you go to the root of why it was demonized in the first place, I think you'll find a lot of answers. Okay, it's all grown up now. You better pump that waist to Beyonce. You look like they're having so much fun in that car. I want to be in it now. Everybody keep on searching. Da-da, da-da. Da-da, da-da. If you know yourself, you da-da, I'm a nobody, only no apostle. What is going This is the one in the trailer. What brand is this? I'm seeing everybody wearing it. What brand is it? I might have to count me some. Might have to look at the price first, but I want to count me some.
Top everything, everything you know it. King already, you know. Calling on the shots, ring, ring body. Crown on your head, got a king. Shine already, it's time already. The line already, it's time already.
I love Afro Beyonce.
Remember who you are. Real king always be no.
You better give it to that.
Only the king, you know it. King already, you know it.
I love me some Afrobeat Beyonce.
Shots, ring, ring body. Crown on your head, got a king body.
I'm loving this like arm movement. It's like an octopus.
Already, it's time already. A line already, it's time already.
Shine already.
I say your people my love. It's time already. I say it's time already.
I love this energy.
Shine already, it's time already.
Shine already. It's time already.
Oh, Ghana, okay.
Shine already. Be your own king, make the body.
This looks so cool.
Make the body come rule your world. Yo, 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 yo.
If you ever watch like music from African artists, you'll realize that most of the time they're on the street. So I like how they like incorporated that in this film.
You know it, show them the way. You know it, you know it.
I'm living for this body, Beyonce. Oh, okay, the Pan-Africanist flag, okay, with the American flag as well.
You can't wear a crown with your head down.
It's true, you gotta lift that head up.
I can't say I believe in God and call myself a child of God and then not see myself as a God. That wouldn't make any sense.
Okay, now this is can you, I guess, because if you were to call anyone other than your God, then God, that would be considered blasphemy, right? But then there's also, I guess, a sentiment even within Christianity, different denominations, that people say that, you know, God is in everyone. But I think saying that God is in everyone or God is in me is very different from saying I'm a God. Can you say that you are a God and be a child of God? Or is there some blasphemy going on? Or is there is it just down to interpretation? What is it, guys?
I wear my Nefertiti chain every day. I never take it off.
But yeah, here's the sis from the trailer. What do you think, guys? Do you think I could rock pink hair? Because I was meant to dye my hair this summer, but I never got around to it. But do you think I'd suit pink?
I know my history. I did the research. I'm a creator of all things.
She's talking to you guys who be calling her out. She's talking to you guys. She did her research. And I think what we have seen so far has proved that she has done her research. So I think some of you owe Beyonce an apology.
Men taught me some things, but women taught me a whole lot more.
I agree. Oh, I love this pink dress. I would wear this dress as well. Honestly, she should have brought out a fashion line coinciding with this.
Dance to the rhythm till the sun is high and the water runs dry.
I was so confused. I was like, is that Pharrell? Yeah, it is Pharrell. Is that Pharrell singing right now? Yeah, it is. Okay, Pharrell.
I'm not much of a talker.
Baby,
Meet me down by the river.
We can dance to the rhythm till the sun is high and the water runs.
Oh, I kind of left him out. I was only really... I was like, for real! Totally forgot about that guy. This hair. You know what? I've always wanted obnoxiously long braids. I think the longest I ever got them down is my thighs, but I wanted them longer. But good on Beyonce. I'm hoping that was a wig because I know like that must have taken hours if that was like a sit-on thing.
Because the world will always tell you that you're something else, that you're too dark, you're too short, whatever.
Period. I think we've done a lot of work within our own communities, but I think when we're constantly bombarded with imagery that we are less than, it definitely can affect us. But I think we're making progress. So that's why I'm especially happy for content like this. And yeah, that's why I was feeling a type of way when people come for Beyonce, because I know what she's trying to do. And I think this is just proof now. I mean, you can't dispute it now. I think people are just going to, if it's not one thing, it's going to be something else. But you can at least say, like, we needed this film, definitely. The Black Diaspora as a whole, everybody needed this film.
Black is king.
I'm just feeling very uplifted right now. I am getting a little bit emotional, guys.
We were beauty before they knew what beauty was.
Period. It's ridiculous. Like a full-on child.
Never change it for anybody else.
Brown skin girl, skin just like that. Best thing in the world.
I'm calming down, can't let no one come control me.
We've got albino representation as well. Beyonce is not playing around. They even got the Asian African dysphoria in there as well. These details, guys.
She minds her business and winds her way.
Ooh, Lupita. How you doing, girl? Kelly, how you doing?
Go like 24K. Okay. Tonight I might fall in love.
You better roll them hips, Lupita.
Depending on.
Oh, she got the ombre braids as well. Okay, come through. I mean, when I was in that moment when I was going to keep my hair, that was the next style I was going to do.
One come control me. Keep dancing and call it love.
Okay, Naomi.
Best thing about the world. I never trade you for anybody.
These hairstyles, I'm living for them.
Tease and complexion, but your skin is glow like diamond.
Come through, Adele.
Nappy curls, to every single curve, your body natural. Girl, your skin just like pearls.
Best thing in the world.
Girl, your skin just like pearls.
Best thing in the world.
I never trade you for anybody else singing.
You better sing it, Blue. Wow, that was so beautiful, guys. Brown skin girls, I gotta hear it from you. Did you get emotional? Did you cry? I mean, I was tearing up. I didn't get a drop, but I was tearing up. How did that make you feel? I gotta hear from you guys. Wow. I mean, I've never felt more loved. I've never had this experience before. I've never. Wow. Beyonce. Thank you.
But you won't open your eyes.
Tiwa.
You can get it back, don't you waste it. To grow from your past, gotta face.
Okay, not really sure about that wig, but I'm living for it, guys.
That light's waiting. Oh yeah, come sip on your drum.
Actually getting a bit triggered by this like bamboo straw, because my mum used to have like, I don't even know why. Because I don't know why they didn't just get a normal one, but for a minute we had those little straw brooms, and Them shits gave me blisters. I'm still get triggered looking at it.
Don't you waste it. Grow from your past, gotta face it.
Yes, you better give it to them, sis. Oh, she got married. Oh, she's gonna put him in the river now. Not Moses. Oh yeah, that's grown up Simba.
Salutations.
Got nice shoes. These kids are so beautiful. Oh my gosh. All of you people go on your volunteer savior trips need to take notes, because when you're taking your savior pics, sometimes you've got these children out here looking rough, Shade. So all of you need to watch this video to take some notes. If you are going to take them, you shouldn't be taking them in the first place, but if you are going to take them, at least make sure they look good. Okay, Beyonce. Oh, she got the baby. They got the Beyonce eyebrow.
And not disrespecting your crown by bowing your neck, you know?
I mean, they definitely knew. The colonizers knew exactly what they were doing, stripping people of their cultures, definitely. I mean, this feeling I'm assuming you're feeling now is why. Imagine if we all utilize this energy.
Are you with me, lions?
Okay.
Don't know, but take my power. My power, they feel away.
Regime, turn to the max, can't forget vaccine. Refer to me as a goddess, I'm tired of being modest.
Okay, girl.
Have to disguise it, why you gotta despise it? Rich in the mind is why I'm making deposits. Carry all of
Blondie is not playing about.
This that lightning, this that burn, this ain't no perm. This that skin fold, this that war, this that bloodline.
Okay, Blue. You better.
Gotta protect my
Hey, oh wow, they feel away.
It's what we deserve.
Come across a good time.
You better. Pregnancy bump.
Hey, oh wow, they feel away.
Oh wow. Shake that leg. You better shake that leg. Okay then.
You know what I mean? Mom dudes, all that. Taking care of people, that's king shit.
I agree, I'd classify that as king shit. Being the provider, taking care of your family, making sure everyone's good. Yeah. I think that qualifies for the king CV.
To the light in the sky.
I'm here for this choir, yes.
Burn your flame through the night. Yeah.
Come through, Blue, with this ginger little curls.
I'm going back to the.
So cute. He looks just like her as well.
I can't forget my history. It's her story. Yeah.
Her story, period.
I charge my crystals in a full moon.
Gotta charge them crystals, Shade. I know some people say crystals are demonic, but let me tell you, crystals will change your life.
Baby sister rapping in my eye. Trust me, they gon' need an army. Motherland drip on me. Motherland drip on me.
Period.
Motherland drip on me.
Motherland drip on me. Lepo. Period. Period. So that is the end. Wow, that was a feast, a visual feast. I'm here for it. I had no doubts about Beyonce. I knew she was going to deliver. And yes, I'm just happy and proud. I'm not gonna lie that I do feel a little bit left out. Like, I knew there wasn't gonna be any like Congolese culture in there, but I was like low-key hoping, and there wasn't. I did feel a little bit left out. Did anybody else feel a little bit left out? Just me? But other than that, like, little thing, I loved it. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. In terms of its interpretation, I personally did not get any evil vibes from it. Obviously, there were bits where there was an antagonist, and you can feel like an antagonist vibe. But in terms of feeling like, you know, a spell has been put on me, whether I felt like dark energy coming through the screen, I personally didn't feel that. I think the energy that I felt from the film was very uplifting. It was a very spiritual experience watching this. So I personally didn't feel any negative energy, but I'd be interested to hear from you guys. I'd be interested to hear from the Christians, from, you know, Christian viewers especially, how you took this film. And yeah, I'm going to be doing a review where I talk more in depth. Link that up here or at the end. But yes, I just feel like every black person needs to watch this, and just everyone, period, but especially black people. People need to share this, send it to a friend. I'm going to show it to my parents, try and get them to watch it. They're not really into films and stuff, but I think people should watch it. But from the perspective of an African person, Congolese person, I'm absolutely here for it. And I can definitely understand why African Twitter and first gen Twitter, who some of them had a lot to say, ain't got nothing to say now. I mean, it speaks for itself. But like I said, I'm going to go in a bit more depth about some of the debates that have been brought up after watching this film. So yeah, check that out. You might as well subscribe. But yeah, till next time, guys. Bye.